from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL Footy Show, coming to you live on a Sunday morning at a beautiful downtown Geelong. A little bit of rain the last couple of days, but it's okay today, and we're all ready for a big afternoon in country football after a massive big day, match of the day last week with the Thomson Tigers taking on the Belpost Steel Panthers. We'll talk a bit about that later on, but the big scores from last week: Werribee Centrals by 1 point over the Inverleigh Hawks, and that just about put paid to North Geelong's chances. They've got to win every game leading into the finals now if they've got any chance at all. The East Geelong Eagles too good for Belmont Lions. Whitley medalist 2011 Lucas Murphy in form again, kicking 6 goals, with the Canavan, Chris Canavan from the Belmont Lions, contributing 4 in a losing side. A great effort indeed by Chris. North Geelong Magpies, absolutely sensational to Keith Barclay Oval on Saturday afternoon. Too good for the Cry Devils and their big reunion. Corey Chapman kicking 9 goals. Great to see him in form, and Paul Briggy back into big form again, booting 6, with 12 contributors from the North Geelong Magpies kicking goals for the afternoon. The Bannockburn Tigers, too good for Geelong West. Matt Tyquin continues on his great cog, kicking 3 for 2012, kicking 6. The Anarchy Roos, absolutely too good for the Winchelsea boys out of the Gun Club. We've got some big news about the Gun Club. On August the 1st, the Gun Club is shutting, so we'll have to come up with a different name for them. Anyway, Anarchy too good there. Jamie Pittman and Yelson Perchek kicking 5 goals between them and shared the goals around there. And the 94.7 match of the day, we said before, it was a big one. It was out at the Ring Road Recreation Reserve. The Belpost Steel Panthers, too good for the Tommy Tigers, inflicting their first loss for 2012. Joel Page for the winners, kicking 5 goals. And the great Lucas Forbes out of touch there with 1 goal, kept him down to 1 goal. Incredible stuff indeed. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I've assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football to eradicate, adjudicate, and definitely not procrastinate. First of all, the number 1 commentator in country football, Eric Nicholls. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick. Nice to be back again, and hope you're not too long. I've got to get to Cardinia Park today.
Well, I'm even out of uniform, mate, as you probably can see. I'm away from loan interview to get a bit of a plug in there, folks. Yes, I do homework, and I've got to get out there as quickly as I can. And of course, the man who is no doubt the smallest man in country football is Mr. Richard Grubby Cations. G'day, Rich. How you going, mate? Good to see you.
Very well, thank you. And I do have a question for you. Is it the GDFL Footy Show tonight, or is it the North Geelong Footy Show again? What's it to be?
Well, it's not tonight, stupid. It's the GDFL Footy Show on Saturday morning. Unbelievable. Yeah, I've got a little story about Grubby, Eric. Would you want to hear it?
Oh, I suppose we'll have to anyway.
It was way back when he was little, but then again, I don't know how far back that goes, because he's pretty little now. But anyway, he was with his mother one day, and they're walking along the street, and a drunk came along, and he said, "Oh, geez, lady, that little boy is the ugliest boy I've ever seen." Well, of course, Mrs. Cations burst into tears, as you would imagine. Along came a friendly postman, Eric. That would have been you, because you worked in the post office.
Could have been.
Came across, said, "What's the matter, darling?" And she said, "That horrible drunk over there said my little boy was ugly," and she started to cry. You know what the postman did? He pulled a tissue out of his post bag and gave it to her, and he said, "Here's a banana for your little monkey."
Is that what we're supposed to do, fella?
Was that the funniest gag I've ever cracked? That
one? Great. There's the sign there to laugh. Jeez.
Unbelievable. I've got to get those jokes better every week, don't I? But we're out at the Ring Road Recreation Reserve last Saturday afternoon, the match of the day, and Eric caught up with Brent Grgic from the Belpost Steel Panthers. Here's Eric.
Great win today, and I thought, apart from a bit of a lull in the third quarter, a fantastic 4-quarter effort.
Yeah, no, I thought we played some good footy today. We're the last few weeks we've probably been in pretty good form, and I think for, as you said, for 2 or 3 quarters of the day we played some good football. But obviously, Thomson not on the top of the ladder for no reason, so they obviously played some good football too, and we're right back in the game, and the score probably flattered us in the end, definitely.
A great feather in the cap having Chris Morland in the state side, and you covered him very, very well, because you seem to have players who've come in and contributed. Yeah,
definitely our depth's real key to us. We've got probably 6 or 8 midfielders that can go through there, but they obviously had Brett McLeod out as well, who's every bit as good a player as Chris Morland, so those probably cancel each other out for the day, definitely. But I think our depth that we've got that can go through the midfield really helps us in that way. So I don't think we missed him too much today.
Rumours were that Justin Tarr hadn't been in the greatest of form. I thought he'd come back to a bit of touch today, and with Joel Page, it gives you a couple of avenues to goal.
Yeah, definitely. No, Tarry's probably been playing good football. You guys haven't been down to see. He's he's attacking the ball well, making a contest, taking a lot of marks, but his kicking hasn't been spot on. But I thought today I think he kicked 3 goals, but some pretty important goals at the right times. So I reckon he'll probably get a bit of confidence out of that, and that can change pretty quickly. I think your kicking. So hopefully that's the little click that he needs to start kicking them a little bit straighter. And if he kicked straight probably over the last 3 or 4 weeks, he probably would have been kicking 6s and 7s. He was sort of kicking 2 goals 6 and 1 goal 5 and that sort of thing. So, but today I think hopefully he's turned the corner a little bit.
The thing that impressed us as commentators early in the game, in particular when the pressure was really on, the team's ability to get fellas to run into defence and support your defenders and make the likes of Luke Forbes' job near impossible.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. Obviously, Luke Forbes is a pretty good footballer. I think he's kicked 80-odd goals already, so it looks like he's going to kick 100 goals. And I've seen him play from when he was younger as well, so we know how good he is. And we said that at the start, like it's not going to, came out, he played on him, did a good job, and the paper will say that he did a good job. But I think you really got to look further up the ground. If they could get the ball into their forward line with no pressure on it, came out, he's not going to be able to stop him. He's going to kick a lot of goals. So I think a lot of the good credit's got to go to probably our midfielders and forwards that probably put a lot of pressure on Thompson today and didn't allow him to kick the ball to Forbes without any pressure on him. So although he did a good job, I think Luke Forbes, you can pop up and hurt you pretty quickly. 5 or 10 minutes, and you can probably turn the game. So he went to half back and still nearly kicked a couple of goals on us, I think. So obviously a very dangerous player, very good player.
And just finally, the Brent Grgic story. Saw you galloping around for a couple of quarters today, and is it just a fitness thing, or are you down in numbers, or what's the real reason? No,
definitely. I didn't look like I was going to play at all, and I played 2 quarters last week in the reserves, and I think about 3 quarters today. I'm just basically just seeing how I go. I'm not feeling perfect at the moment, but I just give myself every chance that if it starts. I've been doing a fair bit of work off the track and lost a little bit of weight and built up some strength in my lower back and that sort of thing. So I'll just give myself the chance to play. It's sort of 50-50 or probably less at the moment. But definitely, unless I'm 100% fit, I'm not going to be taking a young bloke spot or anything like that. So, but at the same thing, I'm going to at least give myself the opportunity to play.
And next week we'll be back again with another great interview. Grubby will be doing it next week. Eric talked too long this time, so we're going to do a Geelong game next week. So we're giving him the lemon and sauce, folks. I can tell you went on forever, that interview, didn't it? We didn't worry about it.
I'll do it properly.
Now, technology's failed on us, folks. Well, we can't have the ladder on the TV, so you'll have to listen to the big fellow here. Bell Post still on top. Thompson, followed by East Geelong, Bannockburn, Anarchy, making up the final 5. Followed by Werribee Central's North Geelong, the only 2 sides with a chance of making it inside. Followed by the clubs that can't make it in 2012. Inverleigh, Geelong West, Corio, Belmont Lions, and the Winchelsea Blues yet to open their account. I don't think it's going to happen in 2012. We're going to pay some bills. When I come back, we've got Mitch's Colts segment. We've got a very special guest from the Anarchy Footy Club and Vice President of the GDFL. Back after this.
From all around Geelong, I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
Welcome back, and of course, every Saturday morning we enjoy everything that's Colts footy in Geelong. Here's Mitch Cleary.
Thanks, Dick. Well, it's starting to heat up in the Colts competition with 5 rounds remaining in Division 1 and 4 in the rest of the other 3 divisions. In Division 1, it's tied at the top with 7 teams separated by less than 3 games with 5 games remaining. The match we're going to take a look at this morning is between 2 of those sides, Torquay hosting South Bowen. The 4th place Tigers have had the Swans measure over the past 2 encounters this season. However, the Swans need points to keep in touch with the top 5 this morning. Other games see Colac play Grovedale, Drysdale travel to Newtown, and Lara St Joseph's on Sunday, along with St Mary's and Ocean Grove. In Division 2, the top of the table clash awaits us this morning, with Werribee Centrals travelling to Bell Park's Hamlin Park. Both are equal on top with 32 points. In Division 2, the winner to move to number 1 with 3 games remaining after this week. So it's a massive match for opportunity this morning. Other games in Division 2, Bowen Heads take on Geelong Amateur, Leopold play Bannockburn, the Lions trying to stay in the top 4, and Geelong West St Peters take on St Albans on Sunday, tomorrow. Moving to Division 3, where all the action's taking place as seen by the footage in the Chicken and Cogs Cup, mentioned last week, and for the record, North Geelong were easy victors. Belmont Lions is again in the spotlight this morning with their clash against Inverleigh in an all GDFL tussle. A win for Inverleigh can all but shore up the first spot for them, while the third place Lions will hope to snatch second place of St Mary's, with the Division 3 having 3 games remaining after this weekend. Other games see St Mary's 2 play Drysdale 2, Anglesea take on Mottawarri, South Bowen 2 play Queenscliff, and North Shore play North Geelong. In Division 4, we'll take a look at Port Arlington hosting Corio, which the Port Arlington are 2 games clear, while the Devils need a win to stay in touch with the top 4. Other games are East Geelong playing Torquay 2, Grovedale 2 playing Ocean Grove 2, and St Joseph's 2 travel to Anarchy in the final match of Division 4 this morning. That's all from me. It's back to you, Dick.
Thanks, Mitch. And Mitch will be back again next Saturday morning talking everything that is Colts footy in this town of ours. Some great footage there of the Belmont Lions and the North Geelong Magpies running around the paddock there as well. As I said in the last segment, we have a very special guest on the show this morning. He is a legend out there at the Anarchy Roos at Footrod Flats. He was a former president, long-time serving committee man, played a lot of games out there, but more recently he is a vice president of the Geelong District Footy League. Everybody knows him affectionately as Tootie, but it's Wayne Moore from the GDFL. Morning, Wayne.
Morning, Dick. How are you?
Good on you, mate. Great to have you on board, mate. And what's going on at headquarters, mate? Now, the boss has been away on a trip to Hawaii, and he's back again. And I guess you're all gearing up for a big finals campaign in a few weeks' time.
Yes, we are. Yeah, that's when it becomes busy for us. The finals. We have to get up early every morning and get there,
Put
make
the flags
sure everything's up. Their flags. The Gold Coast
who does the flags now that Ray Etridge has given it away?
We share it between
I'll tell you
us.
who it won't be. It won't be Caney. He does nothing.
What are you having a
I know, he helps
crack
out.
him for?
He's a good worker.
Yeah.
What?
What are
He
you...
does a good job.
What's going on here? Don't you look? Oh, he's one of the nicest blokes in footy, Kevin Kane. What do you? I'll have a word with him about you.
He is too. He's just lazy.
Anyway, we'll move right along. The views expressed on this show aren't necessarily the views by the station, I might also add, folks. Now, Tootie, your career started at Anarchy. I know, apart from the fact you're the vice president of the GDFL, but you really are an Anarchy boy through and through. You just love playing with that club and you loved everything you did about the club. When did you start playing footy out at the Roos, mate? Was there television back then?
Just 1975.
Ooh, that's only just too, wasn't it, mate? And you've seen some great success out there. Now, there's something about Anarchy that's always got me going, is the fact that it's a long way out. There's no pubs, there's no clubs out there, and it's a long way and it's bloody cold on a training night. But you've always managed to get a lot of good people out there, and it's been a successful club over the years. What is the secret?
Probably just the family environment and just the friendliness out there,
Yep.
I suppose. It's hard to say. I was out there when I was a kid because my parents were out there, and
Because the Moors
I
have got a
used to
big
a little bit,
association with Anarchy, haven't they?
yeah, they have.
The
My
cousins,
dad,
your dad
yeah.
and brothers, everything.
Yeah.
Great association. Of course, then you throw the Tucker family into it, and they've had a great association over many, many years with Tommy Tucker, the president, now taking over his great effort his dad did for many years.
Yeah, my dad. My dad played out there, and Noel Tucker was the one that got him out there.
Yep.
But that's because my dad met my mum at Palais.
The pride of Eric.
And then and Dad was playing footy at Anarchy, and he told Noel, he said, "I got this lovely pommy lady for you," which ended up being Sheila Tucker. So because Sheila and Mum were best friends in England,
Yep.
and Sheila followed Mum over from England to Australia.
We all remember Sheila with great affection too, there's no doubt about that. And of course out there, of recent times things have been tough, and I know it's always hard to get a junior side at Anarchy, that's the hardest thing.
Yeah, it always has been. Pretty obvious because of the demographics of Anarchy, where it is. Yeah, we've struggled for years. Sometimes we've had juniors and then other times we haven't. But to the credit of a few really good hard workers out there, now Anarchy's just thriving with juniors. They've got Oz Kicks, they've got 14s, 16s and 18s, and next year they'll probably field an under 12 side as well.
Gee, that's a great effort too. That really is. Everyone at footy, we think that'd be fantastic for Anarchy. Grubby, we're just talking over here about the finals coming up. You've had a look at the new St Albans complex. Has the GDFL got a lot to look forward to?
Oh, my word, it's a beautiful place. The old dungeon down below's gone and it's all up on even keel and brand new bar and everything. Yeah, it'll be a very, very good final series, I think.
Geez, you might have to get a job inside, mate, instead of running around putting the flags up.
Oh no, it's all right being outside. It's better in the atmosphere. I'm a hands-on
finish up
person.
like Grubby. They had to pour him out of the joint every year.
Now look, mate, leading into the finals now very quickly, a lot of things have to happen for Anarchy and for North Geelong to make the finals. We've got to rely on other sides losing and everything like that. Can Anarchy make it?
Well, destiny's in their own hands, obviously.
Big game this Saturday, this afternoon.
Yeah, they've got Bannockburn, you know. If they beat Bannockburn, well then it really nearly probably guarantees them it. But that's even not necessarily. They've got a hard draw. They've got North Geelong then a week after, which is important to them, and then Werribee Centrals as well the week after that. So
you can see the North Geelong game shaping up to be like an elimination final for the two clubs, can't you?
Yeah, I think that might be that's the side that wins that. I think maybe is the side.
It's always a big game between the two clubs. A lot of rivalry there, but a lot of friendship between the two clubs as well. It goes right back into the great days of the 1990s. Toothy, thanks very much for coming in, mate. All the best for not only the Anarchy Footy Club for the rest of the season. I do mean that sincerely. You know that.
I know
and
that,
also for the
I
do so, and the GDFL. Hope everything goes well for the finals campaign coming up, mate.
No worries. Thank you, Dick.
Good on you, mate.
Thank you, Grubby.
I don't thank him. He's already bagged after GDFL.
And doing a great job with the Colts, you blokes, too.
That was Wayne Toothy Moore, the Vice President of the Geelong District Footy League, our special guest on the show this morning. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about all the action on this afternoon, including the big one at Footrot Flats, the Anarchy Roos taking on the Bannockburn Tigers. Back after this.
Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
And welcome back. And then we've got a big afternoon of footy on this afternoon, and nothing bigger without a Footrot Flats, the 94.7 match of the day. 94.7, your home of country football. Andrew Downey's in the seat this afternoon. Is that right, Eric?
That's right.
Oh, that's right. I thought I might have stuffed it up again. And of course, Grubby Cations, and it'll be a great afternoon in country footy. Don't you worry about that. It is the Anarchy Roos, and they take on the Bannockburn Tigers. And I'll go to you first, Eric. It's elimination final day just about for these clubs at the moment, isn't it?
Absolutely, Dick, and I'm disappointed I'm going to be missing it because it is one of the key games of the last four, and the possibility is whoever loses today could be out of the finals as of today, but other games might go their way. But Grubby, it's absolutely crucial with 4 games to go for both these clubs.
No, I don't think it's that crucial. No, it is. But look, I did a little bit of homework, and I reckon after this week you can throw a blanket over 5 teams from 2nd to 7th, and there's only a game in amongst the whole lot of one game separates the whole side. So, look, Anarchy can lose and still get back, and so can Bannockburn actually. I think that the onus is on North and Werribee. As soon as they lose one, they're just about gone. But these two can almost afford to lose this one and still win another one and get back into it. But you wouldn't want to lose it. You're right. You wouldn't want to lose it.
So who's going to win, fellas? Let's hear it then. Anarchy or the Bannockburn Tigers, Eric?
Well, if they're playing at their best, Anarchy at home, I reckon they're really tough to beat.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. We've already seen an Anarchy-Bannockburn game this year at Bannockburn, and Anarchy beat them pretty easy, so I'm just going to stay with Anarchy, but gee, I don't know. I really don't know. I was
going out there because you could have those hamburgers there and Auntie Audrey's beautiful sponges. It's just biggest Texas out there.
Well, we just interviewed one of the biggest sponges of all time over there.
Your grads are eliminating the entire GDFL committee the way you're going tonight. It's unbelievable. I don't believe he said that, folks. I really don't. Out of the Inverleigh Oval, the Dale Smythe Inverleigh Hawks taking on the Belmont Lions. Grubby, Belmont Lions will be very disappointed with their season this year. Dale Smith, would he be happy with what he's done with Inverleigh at this stage?
Oh, look, I thought he was heading that way.
Yep.
A point last week at Werribee, that might have turned his season around to a plus, but I'd say no. I'd say he's about minus. They've dropped quite a few positions. I know they lost players, but that doesn't count. Smith, they finished, 3rd last year, and they're down 8th or 9th now. So, no, Smithy wouldn't be happy, but he's got a lot of good kids out there, and they'll be too strong for Belmont, because you're right, Belmont have been absolutely very disappointing.
Lost a couple of games in Inverleigh by the narrowest of margins, including nearly knocking off the Tommy Tigers. So Inverleigh for you, Grubby?
Yes.
Eric?
Oh, definitely Inverleigh.
Inverleigh for you, yeah. I think I might go for the Hawks myself. Sorry, the floor manager at the Belmont Lions. But never mind, out at the Cleary Leary Oval, East Geelong Eagles taking on Belpost Hill. I guess it's sort of a replay of last year's grand final, but boy, oh boy, this Belpost Hill Panther side, Eric, are in sensational form at the moment, aren't they?
Absolutely, Dick, and they played as well as any side I've seen last week, and thoroughly deserved their win and blew Thompson right off the map. East Geelong, they'll work very hard this afternoon, but I think Belpost Hill in very good form, and they're looking at finals.
Ricky O'Toole, Grubby, is in great form. I see he's nominated one of the best players on the ground for about the 5th week in a row at the moment. He's important to that side, isn't he, to keep East Geelong on track?
Oh, he's very, very important. He's one of the greatest players ever to play GDFL footy.
Yep.
He's probably played his best football that he's ever going to play, but he's still a handful for all sides. But gee, Belpost still are so good. I reckon they'd beat 3 or 4 GFL sides. I know Fano disagrees with me, but I think they probably would, and I think they'll be too strong for East.
Cry Devils taking on the Werribee Central's Ducks out at the Devils playground. I saw Cry last week, and the Devils definitely are not the side that they were a couple of years ago. They've definitely lost a bit of form there. Werribee Centrals, and I said it to, I'll go with you, Grubby. I said to Eric about the East Geelong Belpost Hill game being an elimination final just about, or sorry, the Anarchy Bannockburn game. This one is also crucial that Werribee Centrals don't drop this, aren't they?
Well, it is. They can't afford to drop any from now on. And look,
and percentage is important.
No, the percentage is not important whatsoever.
I knew that. See, I know exactly what's going on around footy.
Because they've got the 2 points for the draw, so it doesn't really worry them. But look,
exactly right.
They've got a lot of injuries out there at Werribee, and probably some real big ones. I won't mention them yet because I'm not sure of my sources, but there's a couple of huge injuries coming up. And look, they should beat Corio. I'll tell you what, though, Corio always play really, really well against Werribee at the Shell Oval. So don't be surprised if it's closer than you think.
Hard to beat at Corio, the Corio Devils. No doubt about that. Eric, have they got any chance against Werribee?
No, unfortunately, I couldn't select them, but it's crucial for Werribee.
Yep, no, it's the Ducks for me too. And out at the Church Street Oval. Geelong West Footy Club, well, for some reason, Eric, they always come up and play a decent game against North Geelong. And over the years, they've worried them for a couple of quarters, and you think, hopefully North Geelong are going to wake up at them. And it's as if they wait to play North Geelong to play their best footy. It's so important, though, for North Geelong to make sure they not only win this, and I'll use the same line I used with Grubby before, percentage is so crucial for North Geelong, isn't it?
Well, percentage may be at the end of the day, because, well, currently they're the bottom line. They're the 7th trying to get into 5, and they certainly need to win and win well. But as you said, this is probably the best year that West have had for quite some time.
Yep.
And I think they're quite competitive. North wouldn't want to take them lightly.
Grubby, do you give West any chance at all? But is that at the Church Street Oval?
Well, there's at Church Street. As you said, they do play well against North Geelong. Look, North Geelong can't really afford to drop it, but look, if they play well enough, yeah, look, I think I'll go for West to put them out of their misery, actually, and finish them off for the year.
You're unbelievable. I don't believe him, folks, sometimes. Oh, dear. Of course, Corey Chapman played well last week too, Eric, which was good for the North Geelong Magpies. I've got to say, he was in sensational form.
But probably, with no disrespect, it's about due. He's a goal kicker and he hasn't been kicking goals, and they needed him in form if they're going to look to play in finals.
Who'd they play?
Cryer.
He needs to, and I'm not having a go at him, he needs to kick that amount of goals, or half that amount, against good sides. To tell us whether that he's in good form.
Out at the Godfrey Street Thunderdome, the Tommy Tigers, they take on Winchelsea, the boys from the Gun Club. As we said, the Gun Club's about to close, so we'll have to come up with a different name for the Winchelsea Blues. But Tommy Tigers, Grubby, you can't see them doing anything less than a 20-goal demolition of the poor old Blues.
Oh, I think if it's 20 goals, Winchelsea will get away with it a little bit because with Brent McLeod's coming back. Apparently, he was named in the All-Australian side. Was that right? In the VC in the country football. And,
great effort by Brett too.
Yeah, and I think the other bloke was too. Moreland was too. But they'll get him back, and look, they'll trounce. They'll absolutely trounce Winch.
No chance to Blues, Eric.
No, well, I think if memory serves me right, Luke Forbes kicked 10 goals, 12 the last time they played. If he gets 22 today, he gets his 100.
Geez. That's sensational. Well, that's about all we got this morning, folks. Thanks very much for your company. Have a great afternoon out at Footrot Flats, Grubby.
I most definitely will out there, don't worry about it. That's one of the most beautiful places in country Victoria, and I can't wait to get there.
You're an absolute suck, you really are. I don't believe what you said. Eric, I know you'll enjoy it out there because no doubt some of the little...
He's not going. How many times have you got to be told he's not going?
The great Andrew Downey's going out, folks. So he'll have a ball out there, don't you worry about that. Thanks for your company again. We look forward to again next Saturday morning. A special cheerio to a very good friend of ours, great friend in footy, is Marg Webb. She's in the Geelong Hospital. It's John got at the moment. Marg, I hope you're watching and I hope you're feeling a lot better, Dale. We all miss you and hope that you're coming along well indeed. Have a great afternoon in footy, everybody. Take care and we'll see you all again next Saturday morning. Bye for now.
We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.